I'm going to continue with my very enjoyable marathon looking through all my cards. I hope you find it enjoyable. I'm having a blast looking through all the jank and sometimes treasures that I find. This is box 22. I don't have the best light today, but let's hope that it works out fine. So let's see what we have in here. I see some packing materials with tokens. That's Journey into Nyx token, so that's already a sign. I remember when this little thing came out. So let's see, we got some things that are sleeved, some things that are not sleeved, even an unsleeved uncommon, which is rare, but sometimes I run out of money in getting all those sleeves. I don't want to spend my very small funds on sleeves so much. Okay, so I think that looks like Journey into Nyx and Theros. Today is a big announcement day in Magic, I think. You know, we'll be reacting to that. The announcement has not happened yet. There's a lot of speculation about a Return to Theros set. Of course, what I really want is I want a Norse mythology set or block, and I want a Roman mythology, or I mean Roman set, Roman block. Those would be really good. Also, a Three Kingdoms would be so awesome to have a Three Kingdoms block. That would be simply amazing. So let's go through box 22. This is some of the packing stuff, but sometimes I find stuff that I like in here. Like more tokens. Look at that. This is your oh, let me bring this in a little further. There we go. That's a little better. It used to be so much more painful for me to make these videos because I didn't have the tripod in the right position. Not as much light as I would like, but I think enough for me to continue with my marathon. That's the golem that I forget what red enchantment drops in Theros. Alright, so that's your packing stuff and tokens. These are some core set commons. I'm sure I put them in here for deck building, fun deck building. Also from my various mini stashes of Return to Innistrad block. Some good stuff. So there's a mixture in here. Lots of good stuff, such as pacifisms. Always good to see. And I see that I didn't sleeve on commons. That tells me that this is these are cards that I got out of the various toolkits that I have opened, or battle packs. Those casual products that I really enjoy. I think this is probably going to be a 2 video per box deal. Again, this is I think a quicker way of cataloging what I have than a list, or so I think. I don't know. Maybe it won't be. But then I want to go back and figure out what I want to do with all these cards. And I think now that I have this amazing, beautiful camcorder, there's a lot of deck building that I want to do live in videos. Some people may like that. I know for sure that I really enjoy doing it. I hope other people enjoy viewing it. This was a reprint when it came out in Avacyn Restored. So I have some really good cards in here. This is not just has been completely thinned out of playables. There are lots of playable cards in here, which is great. It means that I can randomly consider this a mini cube and start building and have fun casual decks going. Of course, the race to ever more powerful decks leaves behind many cards that I feel bad for and I want to play. I want to play with the bad cards because I'm a peasant and I want to spend my money as wisely as possible and that means that a card that I buy, pull, put in a box for years and never look at is a waste. So all these cards need to find a home someday in whatever deck building experiment I put together. Still thinking about how to go about doing that. I mean, I always like to open new product and then turn that product into a deck building challenge, but there's also room for me to go back to these cards and declare other experiments to run and just to see how those decks evolve. And they can be any format. Commander's a great format, but it is very limited in that you got to have a commander. You can't have a non-commander commander deck. You got to have a commander. And so this is where a singleton format, maybe like a large singleton format with 60 main cards and 40 lands without a commander would come in handy. Maybe I'll build some of those. I know constructed can be done as well, but in constructed the thing that happens is naturally there's a couple of cards in the deck that you're going to want to have a playset of. And then you end up in the same game. Oh, I got to find the playset of this card. Oh, this rare, or hey, I really like this Planeswalker. Of course, Planeswalkers now can be used for commander decks. Well, I really like this Planeswalker. Let me go buy me a playset. Well, then you are playing the money game again. So if you guys have any ideas of what a good deck building challenge would be, I'm all ears, or all clicks, I guess. Okay, so I have, these are core set playables. Okay, I think I'm done with that. And I even think I had time to look through these recently, a couple of days ago. So I think that's the reason why I had these sleeves demarcating the part that was not Theros block and the part that was. Of course, if Theros is announced as a coming back thing, then I gotta start setting aside fat pack boxes the way that I did for Return to Ravnica. Although there's a strong monocolor theme, so I would definitely want to set up a fat pack box, one each for each devotion. So that would be 5 boxes. And then I don't know if it would be wise to have 10 two-color fat pack boxes. That then is a 15 fat pack box super cube selection to pull decks from. It's a little too much. I think I love Return to Ravnica a little more than I love Theros, even if I love Greek culture. So I would probably do something like 2 color pairs per fat pack box, and then definitely 1 fat pack box each for devotion. This is a great card, which we already know is coming in M19 because people have pulled it out of packs in error. These I looked at these by color, but I did not do a really good ordering. I'm glad that I have a ton of these cards. I don't really think I need to go out and buy me a booster box of Theros. Maybe a few packs of Born of the Gods, because it's kind of funny. Born of the Gods was one of those sets where I opened a fat pack. I think I opened like maybe another 10 packs, and I made incredible pulls. And so when I look through my pulls of Born of the Gods, it looks like I cracked the whole box, but I really didn't. I cracked very little of that set. I don't really know why, because it wouldn't be because it sucked. I opened a box of Dragon's Maze, and I had a lot of fun doing so. I guess I'm Wizards, the type of customer they would want, which is the customer who will buy things that are crap, because I love casual stuff. When you're a casual player, you don't really care if you're cracking a box of Innistrad or you're opening a box of Dragon's Maze. This whole value thing. I'll play to it and I'll mention it and I'll say, oh, this card is valuable. Oh, look at the guys of St. Traft. But I'm kind of winking when I do that because I honestly don't care. I mean, to me, this is just fun cardboard, and it will always be. So I have a really good selection of this block. I think I may even be ready to, at some point, lay out the boxes, the Fat Pack boxes, maybe buy new ones, and then lay them out. By color for devotion and for the specific gods in the small sets, because each of the small sets had 5 guilds, if you will. No fish, guilds. So Journey into Nyx has 5 specific 2-color pairs, and Born of the Gods has the other 5. But not everything in the world is a commander deck. And that's what I'm gonna need to define for myself to make playable decks with as many of my cards as possible. And Commander is going to be only one of the formats that fits that bill because there's only so many Commanders you can have. And I'm not sure if that's the only format that I wanna build to. Even though I love building to it, as if you're seeing my small number as of now Commander builds, which I hope to be a larger number in the future. Just because I think a 100 singleton format is really cool. It's no surprise that Commander has become the super popular format that it is today. Oh, I think I'm gonna make it into a single video for this whole box. That's pretty good because I just want to go through it quickly, and then come back to it at some point for deck building. So I'm glad I'm economizing with time. These are really duplicates because I know when I built that small Theros mini cube, I obviously have 2 of this guy because I think I put one of them in the other box. There goes Mark World's Water. That's him, man. I'm telling you. That is so Mark World's Water. It's not even funny. He may have even posed for the picture. Nice foil. Okay, that's it.